We're here with Jalen Green of the G League Ignite team. We're here in Walnut Creek, California. Jalen, appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So, you've been out here since what, August?
August. I was one of the first people here.
So, what were your first impressions, I guess, when you first got out here, and I guess what has the whole journey been like so far?
When I first got out here, it was different for me because you're away from your family. It's the first time that you're just on your own, so it was something I had to adapt to. But overall, the experience has been good. I'm learning a lot on and off the court and getting stronger, faster. What can I say? I think I'm getting better overall, so I think that's the best thing.
And what has it been like to be around pros? You have almost all walks of life, right? You have Amir Johnson, who's played in the NBA, Jared Jack, who's played in the NBA, Bobby Brown, who's like a legend overseas. What has that been like to be kind of in this environment?
It's been good. All the vets are like big bros to me. They give me advice. I could go talk to them, kick it with them. It's been fun though. They give me advice. They get on me when I'm slacking. So yeah, overall it's just been a good experience with the vets, and I could consider them all my big bros.
And you had every major college on you, right? Wanting you to go that route. But what do you think are the biggest benefits of going this way instead?
I think I'm not saying knocking college at all.
Yeah, of course.
Both are great benefits,
right.
But I think the biggest benefit here is just like you're picking up on NBA things ahead of time before the college players can pick up on that. So I think just you're getting ahead of the game and you're learning how to be a professional, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Before we get into your film, I just want to ask, what do you think it is that you can bring to an NBA team as a player?
I think I could bring effort, defense. I want to win. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I want to show a GM, a coach, that I'm a two-way player and that I care about the defensive side too. And that's one thing that the coaches are trying to get me to do better at, because I came to them and told them I want to get better at defense. So just want to show them I can play both sides and I want to win.
Yeah, and that's all the best players in the NBA are two-way guys, right?
Thanks.
So, just being here, it seems like you've embraced that challenge. What they were calling you? They call you baby?
Baby, yeah. You heard about that? Yeah. I caught on that till they was just running this play where they came put me in a post every time. They called it baby, but
just trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, but I walled up, so I didn't let them do that.
Yeah, no, I have a couple of the clips here. So, but before your defense, obviously your offense is what people probably know you most for, and I think it starts with your explosiveness. Obviously, your ability to kind of play above the rim and change speeds and all that. Yeah. When did you first realize that, like, okay, my athleticism is a little bit different than guys my age?
Probably my sophomore year with Ebo. I was playing on the Adidas circuit.
Okay.
And I think that whole year I was just dunking everything. Every time I came into the lane, and I just was realizing like I'm really athletic, so I can do things that other people really can't do and get away with it. Yep. But at this level, I learned that you gotta have more skill. You gotta change your game a little bit, add more to your bag, because everyone's athletic and everyone's big. So.
Right, so you got to be able to shoot, you got to be able to handle,
you got to be able to switch it up. Yep.
Yeah, and you've grown in that way so much, and we'll show a lot of that. But again, the foundation, it starts with the bounce. Are you more comfortable 2 feet, 1 feet?
It doesn't really matter. I feel like I get higher off 1 foot, but.
So when are you thinking I'm gonna punch this on his head?
As soon as I saw daylight. As soon as I hit that corner and I knew he was on my side, I knew. Yeah.
Who have you dunked over that maybe stands out most in your mind over the course of your career?
Or
anyone, I guess, you're looking forward to challenging at the rim at the next level?
I'm looking forward to challenging everybody at the rim. I don't really have no one in particular, but I for sure am coming for heads. But there's not one that stood out to me in my past. I've dunked on a lot of people. I've been trying to catch Amir.
Yeah?
Yeah, I try to catch him twice.
That should be an easy target, right? He's old legs.
He's so big, though, and he's so strong, so he just bumped me in there. But, yeah. No,
but again, you're an electrifying athlete, and I think there are only a few guys in the NBA with your athleticism. Not that you play the same as these guys, but, Zach LaVine is a guy who's got springs in his legs.
I've been watching a lot of film on him, too.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think he's really good. He worked. His dad makes him work. He works. He got really good.
And that kind of similar, right, with the 2 foot bounce there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, he's had a different path than you. You know, he wasn't as highly rated and came off the bench a lot for UCLA, but just kind of grinded, and now became who he is.
Yeah.
And then John Morant, just in terms of the quickness and the bounce.
That's
Do
my
you watch
big
him
bro.
much?
No, yeah, I watch him all the time. That's my big bro. I can actually say like that's really my big bro. Like before he even like blew up or anything, at Murray State, he had reached out to me and just told me keep going, and that meant a lot to me just because like I was doing the same thing trying to get going. You know, this was right before Peace Jam and stuff, so I was kind of going through a funk, and then like kind of helped me out. So that's really my big bro.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
Great
just
dude.
his path has been crazy.
Yeah,
like the videos of him jumping on tires in the back of his house with his dad, and
he's a hometown hero.
Yeah, it really is. South Carolina, man, something's in the water out there. And then D Fox too. I think like you're in this class of athlete in the NBA. You know, when you talk about Levine, Ja, and then De'Aaron. Have you played with or against De'Aaron at all throughout the years or no?
No, I don't think I have.
Did you watch him at all? I know he's more, kind of a different position, but
yeah, I kind of watched him a little bit just because he's so quick and so explosive. Change directions fast.
Yeah, I mean, his ability to go from like, okay, chilling, relaxed, to just boom, shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, no, I get told a lot that I have a quick first step, so I'll be trying to compare myself or like see what they do to see if I could kind of mirror it or make it my own.
Yeah, and I think that's absolutely going to be the case in the NBA. And then, so we've seen the leaping ability, but also being able to get out and transition. Like I'm sure Coach has said a lot, you're not always going to have the ball in your hands, right?
Yeah.
So have you worked on kind of finding more ways to impact the game?
Yeah, I'm still trying to work on it a little bit. I'm so used to just having the ball all the time, and so I'm just going to have to adjust to that. But the offense helps a lot.
Yeah.
Moving center screens and stuff like that, coming off down screens, going to go set up the big. So that helps a lot. I'm starting to get used to a lot more and starting to find ways to move without the ball, and it's helping me.
Yeah, we'll get into some of that too, but at what point, like just to finish up, kind of highlighting your explosiveness, like at what point do you know you're ripping and attacking here?
I see him relaxing already, and I'm already ready to rip.
So it's already over.
Yeah, it's already over.
And I like how, okay, maybe you're, quote unquote skinny, but you're not afraid of contact at all.
No.
Why is that?
I used to play football when I was younger, and that was like my main sport. I didn't even think about basketball.
Really?
So I was always a contact.
What position?
I played wide receiver in middle school and elementary school. I played quarterback, and then like Pee-wee, I played running back.
I think what stood out to me watching you here these last few days, and like just how talented you are of a shot creator, like with the ball in your hands, whether it's facilitating, whether it's getting to your pull-up. I mean, it just looks easy for you.
Thank you.
So what is your first kind of read in pick and roll as Isaiah's coming to set this screen? You're going to reject this, right?
Yeah, I'm rejecting. Well, I was looking to come off at first, but I didn't like how he was playing me to the left. So they were saying on the sideline, I can't go left, force him left. So I just went left.
And then how you get low here and kind of wedge him out of the play, right? Just having that type of strength. Do you think skinny is the wrong word for you? Like, because you're strong.
Yeah. Skinny is a great word. I mean, it could offset people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not really tripping. People, they gave me the baby little thing over here. They know I'm strong. I don't know why they do that, but
you like the challenge.
I like the challenge. I love to compete.
So we've seen that you reject, but then if you're going to use it, back to your high school film here, and you're coming off as a scorer, what are you looking at here?
Right now, I'm either looking for the slip or the shot.
And so if he's going to be dropped back like that, you can just rise up, right?
Just rise up.
And just through your ability to elevate from anywhere on the floor, I think made you pretty unguardable. I mean,
it's so different from high school to now. Like, just right now watching that, I was either saying the slip or the fan away. But in high school, no one's fanning away like that,
right?
So it's so different.
And in high school, you probably see an open lane or an open shot, and that's your read.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure it's interesting to go back and like look at that tournament. You were ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You remember that?
It was a great tournament. Yeah.
And Bradley Beal, I think, we're going to mix in some NBA guys too, but I think Bradley Beal is a guy who's obviously leading the NBA in scoring, and is somebody that you remind me of in some ways with the athleticism of those guys, but also the skill of him. Have you studied him much?
Yeah, I have. I've been watching a lot of film lately, but I like Brad Beal's game. He could just score. He's just a pure scorer.
From all over, right?
All over.
And so you're going to face these deep drops probably a little bit too in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
The bigs, okay, they like to switch, but
too low, I'm gonna knock it down.
yeah, a lot of room to operate,
Yeah.
and great spacing. And then Levine again, just to show he's someone who can just elevate over the top, right?
It's great just seeing cause now we can relate to these NBA players and seeing the same thing that they see. So it's kind of cool watching the film and seeing okay, we have this open when we running our offense, or we can just relate.
So now you understand the actions, the system, the terminology.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. You're kind of a step ahead, I think, of most guys because of that.
Yeah.
And I think, again, you're going to have the ability to rise up like that, just like Levine. And then you got the mid-range game too, right?
Yeah. I kept that hidden for a while.
What's that?
I kept the mid-range game hidden for a while. People didn't think I had a pull-up or anything coming up through high school and stuff. But
you need to have it, though. You look at all
yeah.
the best scorers in the NBA, and, that's the shot teams want to give up in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And so if you can knock that down and make them pay, you're pretty hard to guard. And then here, the float game, too. What are you seeing here as you come off? A little change of pace?
Well, I was looking to see if Dante was going to roll or be open, but Amir stayed there, and I just floated off the glass.
And you have that, right? You have
Yeah.
that in your bag, the float game?
Yeah, of course.
So you have the power, the toughness, but then also, the finesse there. And I love this out of Beal. He's really good at kind of keeping guys on his hip.
Uh-huh.
Is this something you studied too?
Yeah, I know that's something I need to work on a lot more, but I for sure studied it before with Coach Seed or Coach Seafar.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been over it a couple of times. I for sure need to get to a lot more.
And as you get into the NBA, you're going to realize, you're going to start playing so slow. If you watch Chris Paul, he's playing in slow motion,
See,
But
that's one of my biggest problems is I move fast. And you've been here for the 2 days. I speed up a lot, and I don't have to. I can slow down and play my own game and get guys open. But yeah.
No, for sure. And I think that's going to come, continually with time and reps. And, yeah, again, it's something that stood out just watching, these your couple scrimmages, your high school games, and then these last couple of days. I like the setup here. You use the spin move a lot, right?
Yeah, I do.
What's the thought with that?
It's just people try to pressure up and then you can just wrap around. I don't know.
It's easier than...
Yeah, it's an instinct.
Mm-hmm. And then so as you're coming off here, what's your read?
I was looking at Kai, but I threw it too low, and I got to make it a better pass.
But still the right read probably, right?
Yeah.
So as you progress in your NBA career, maybe it's holding him on your hip a little more, or the lefty pocket pass.
I could have took a better angle, too, coming off that pick and roll.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. But in general, I think that's definitely the right read, and it shows, your ability to read the floor. And then even in high school, so what coverage is this from them?
It's a show.
Yep, so he's trying to show, he's trying to hedge.
Yeah.
And then as you beat that, what are you kind of looking here? What are your options?
I'm either looking at the corner or I'm looking for Mowat number 3.
Yep, so you're reading that one weak side defender to see if he takes the roll man or doesn't, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of doesn't, and then just an easy pass. Easy read. And then now, higher level of competition, you're hitting the roll man with these kind of quick hook passes, right? What do you see here?
Yeah, the hook, the lower back.
And just the ability to do that off the live dribble with one hand.
Yeah, that's a little sloppy, though. Our coaches don't really like us making the one-hand passes because, if it gets telegraphed or whatever, it can get stolen easy. But that throwback pass is helpful.
Yeah, just the speed of it and getting it off quickly, I think, is definitely helpful. And then I love this. Take me through this play.
I came off the screen, came over, he went under, and then left Zay tied, and I just threw it back.
Yeah, and just being sure with your handle, right? He's going to dig at that.
Yeah, they didn't communicate back there, so left our man open. Zay knocked it down.
Yep, the stretch big, right?
Yeah.
And that's just fluid offense. And then so we've seen you hit the pop man, we've seen you hit the roller, and then Namari Burnett in the corner, right?
Yeah.
You guys were fun to watch.
That's the next read.
Yeah, that's the next level read, right?
Yeah, that's hard to. That's a hard pass. I gotta work on that a lot more too.
Hitting the corner?
Yeah, because I feel like I could draw defenders pretty easy. So that corner be wide open a lot of times, or the lift up.
So what's your progression then? You come off, say they're in a drop, and they're he's fighting over. Then what? What's your first read, second read?
If I'm in a drop and I'm coming off, I'm looking for the roller first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm looking corner
Mm-hmm.
opposite. And then if I don't see that, then I'm taking that power dribble and I'm getting to whatever I need to get to.
Yep.
If that big doesn't come up, then shot. If
So
he
you're
comes
reading
up,
the tags.
Yeah, if he come up, I'm by. Yeah.
So you're reading the tags, and if you can hit the pocket pass, okay, you hit it. If it's taken away, then you probably got the corner skip.
Yeah.
And then if they guard it really well, then you're either at the rim in his body,
Or I'll back out.
back it out, ISO game.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that because I think that's maybe where you're at your best
Mm-hmm.
right now is your ability to create space, all that. But just to wind down here, these are some clips I thought wanted to see like what you saw. So as you come off here, what do you see? Like, what are some options that you could
I
have?
remember
Okay.
this play. I came out out of control first off. Yeah, I was just very out of control and sped up, so I was just in a rush. I wasn't even looking to score. I wasn't even at an angle to score. I could have had a pull up right there, maybe. His hands down.
What do you think of Bobby? Is that Bobby?
Fan away, yep. I had the fan away.
Would you
right
have
there.
the left maybe?
Yeah, I could have threw that left hand. We work on that.
And then maybe it's a one more to the corner.
Yeah, Reggie could have hit that.
But again, it's
Or
not like a
skip to the-
turnover.
skip to the corner.
So
Yeah.
that's the next level read you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the next level read.
So we've seen the pop, we've seen the strong side corner, now being able to make that. But again, you've shown the willingness to do it with the left. But what do you see here? I know it's kind of a tough angle. Side pick and roll. Let's see.
Dante throws back, I reject it, and I try to drop it off to him.
And what do you see on the weak side?
JK wide open.
Yeah, so that's the stuff we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
That next level. So you come off.
A lot of times I try to force that pocket pass, and I gotta remember that bigs don't really like grabbing all the way down here.
Right.
So I gotta make a better pass. That's something I gotta get better at.
Yeah, and I think you will. And then soon that's going to be a lefty skip to JK,
Yeah.
which is something that you'll see from Brad, like coming out of these handoffs. Similar situation, right?
Yeah, right there. That's tough. That's
And-
really tough.
And all the best guards can do it with either hand,
Yeah.
pass, dribble, shoot. And I think you have that skill set for sure. And then playing out of these handoffs too, I think is something you'll continue to get like more comfortable with, right? The kind of the
Yeah.
pitch and catch. How much do you guys work on that?
We work on it all the time. All the time. When we come to night shooting, it's full work coming off pick and rolls or down screens. We work on a lot.
So being able to play on the move, right?
That's why coach always tells us attack the shot, because when we come off those, we be wide open. We just gotta attack it so we can knock it down. But
And this is what you see from a guy like Brad. Hit, come off, boom, easy money, right? Playing
yeah,
basketball.
I just gotta get more comfortable. The first couple of scrimmages, I didn't even really feel like myself for real.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I
you
felt-
could feel like the level of competition?
Yeah, you can feel it. It's different, and that's where all that mentality comes in, and it's like really a mental game. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I work pretty hard, so I just gotta put it all together.
How much do you work on like the mental aspect of it?
I'm really just starting to, because when you start in high school, it's just like a fun
Yeah.
thing for you. Like, you love playing basketball. But now we're starting to get into it more mentally. I meditate a little bit. Take some 5 minutes just to breathe,
Yep.
But yeah,
It's
that's
good to
pretty
center
much-
yourself, especially someone like you, man. You're famous at age 16, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's got to be strange.
yeah. It's it's been different. It's been different. It's been a
Yeah,
different
and to
path.
balance, like, are you on social media? Are you off social media?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, especially you, like, you went from being, everyone knows who you are, right? And now you're kind of tucked away here. And has
Yeah.
part of that been nice to just kind of be off
Yeah.
the scene a little
It
bit?
has been. It has been. Everyone's like, dang, like we tucked off. No one can see us play. At first it was like, I mean, that sucks we're not getting to play, but we're working out.
Right.
Like, we're practicing, working out, getting better every day. Like, I don't have no problem with it.
Sometimes it's better to move in silence, too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
get a little bit more done. But again, so back to your game, I think just your ability to create space at your age. I mean, you already have NBA level moves, in your game, and it starts with the step back, right? Take
Yeah.
me through this.
Yeah, it was like, I think this was a crunch time shot.
Yeah,
just
late
to,
fourth
just
quarter.
to seal the game. I knew I was in kill mode already. I was already locked in that whole game, so I was just attacking him.
So whose
And-
bag is this from?
This is from mine. This is my bag right here. I
the
like,
JG bag.
Yeah, I like the killer crossover. that's something I work on a lot.